In any situation, well, there's actually quite a few things you could do. You could theoretically do like this, and that probably wouldn't work too well. Yeah, it'll probably just be a dual off lane of Jakiro and Nyx Assassin. Maybe splitting the farm a little bit. Jakiro does tend to be a little bit greedier, but the Silencer will come out here. So this does help the center Warrunner and the Lifestealer's gank potential, but not really any good control. Doesn't have a solid disable to set up for someone like this Lina either, so it's still all on the center Warrunner.
Remember, Cap played the Silencer yesterday. Didn't really work out. In fact, that was the game they got absolutely destroyed in game number 2 against OG. It was not close. It did not work out. So we'll see what he can do here with it this time. If he is playing it, they can switch it around and give it to King RD, which makes sense because, again, Cat sometimes just have a tough time, I think, getting off those ultimates or like making all the plays he needs to make as that in-game leader. But we'll see.
And despite having really good force staff heroes, they're still going to ban the Riki. Like Jakiro, Keeper, and Nyx all tend to pick it up. So probably would have been fine, but it combos so well with the Lifestealer and does combo up very nicely with Center Warrunner too. So just kind of like a triple bubble scenario with like LSA and Hoof Stomp, and then the Smoke Cloud would have been a very good single target control over something like this Invoker, and then that could take away a lot of the damage that Faceless is banking on here for their draft. But SG Esports, maybe ban the Terrorblade, perhaps. I could see them having some issues with him. He's pretty good against Lifestealer. He has some issues against Silencer, but of course he'll build into a Manta, and he works well with Keeper of the Light and gives you that big push aspect.
Yeah,
so
yeah, there it is. To be expected when it coddles in. Terrorblade is also one of the most picked heroes currently in this meta, in this current tournament. Like, it's been picked like 10 times, I think, at least, already. And will continue to get picked throughout the tournament, I would imagine. Now SG Esports have 57 seconds for themselves, and we're looking at what I would imagine to be a support for SG. I can't think of a situation where Silencer Lina support is the go-to.
No, it should more than likely be a 4-roll. Pretty happy with this matchup of your Invoker and your Lina. So that Earth Spirit, as you said, for King RD, kind of okay. I don't think...
Clockwork.
Yeah. I mean... It's risky, and again, those force staff heroes are a little bit scary to pick it into.
I feel like you need to take that risk, man. You're down 1-0 in a series where if you lose, you're down and relegated to the lowest seed in the main bracket. So go for something crazy. Do something that you're comfortable with, but might be a little bit sketchy. I don't know. Maybe I really just want to see Clockwork, to be honest with you.
It felt like it kind of won them that game, to be honest.
Right.
I think there's too many things that deal with him well, though.
Nah, you're probably right.
I guess I would say Earth Spirit is probably their best bet.
Yeah, I think so.
10 seconds remaining.
We'll see. What is Cat going to grab? Yep. As anticipated, King RD's Earth Spirit will be picked up here for SG Esports. And if it's not a Clockwork, but it's just as good, and if not better, given the circumstances. Earth Spirit, again, one of the strongest heroes in terms of a 4-position roamer and what he can get done early on in the game.
It's just like, again, those 4-staff heroes, the Blinding Light, it's all too annoying for a Clockwork to try and deal with. So Earth Spirit has a lot more control element and gives them some team fight that we're talking about, like these setups and stuff for the Lina and the Center Warrunner. This helps a lot. Even a little bit of a slight vehicle for the Lifestealer in some situations. This pick, Naga, if you think about the sleep setup, the Global Silence after is a very nice follow-up. They could lay an Ice Path before, they could charge a Blast before, so even if you Global after, they'd still get a lot of damage. But they will go for the Slark themselves. So another decent hero. Up against like this Lifestealer, Center Warrunner. If you don't blow him up, he will survive. There were some other options though, like the Ursa was still there, but he also has trouble with Silence. So Silencer and Earth Spirit could have been a problem, and you're just gonna have to hope that this Dark Pact does a lot of work for you, because you don't really want to build Manta, although we've been seeing so many of them from Slarks lately that just might end up being the core build with how many Silences we get per game.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Slark's having a great tournament, man. I don't know why, but he's coming out of the woodwork. I'm pretty sure, yeah. That sounds right.
in the past couple of weeks, so seems like it's time to bring it on out. Of course, most people do ban it when it comes to those later stages against black, so it is one of those heroes he plays quite a bit. So,
yeah, one of those classic black heroes. He's got a lot of them too, but the Slark is definitely going to be dangerous. Predictions, though, Trent, not the predictions in game, but your predictions for this best of 3. Well, really just for this game too.
Prepare for battle.
I don't know how much I like the Slark, to be honest. I don't feel like it's particularly strong this game. I feel like it's a little bit weak. I feel like there were stronger heroes, but there was some pretty good drafting by SG, like banning that TB especially. Very important. So, I could see... you know what? I'm going for it. I'm going to say SG. I think I like the Centaur War Runner. I can see the pace they're going to set here. I could see problems with Roshan control. It's going to be pretty slow unless he gets a very fast Armlet Deso for HFN. But you know he's going to go for this Midas too, more than likely. So it's a little bit rough. But it's not like the Roshan is that fast on the Radiant either. So
right.
I'm going to believe this game that Lifestealer can do it.
I'm with you. SG Esports will take this second game. That's the call, but will it happen is the question. We'll see how the lanes shape up for now. A ward placed early on here from the Radiant. I think the next got in quickly enough to drop this bad boy down. HFN and crew are going to be up here. It's going to be a defensive trial in for now. Eventually, this Earth Spirit will walk out and roam somewhere. They don't really need to keep the pressure on this next assassin for Ice Ice Ice. He might have some help in the force of the Coddle. XY's nearby, and then, of course, the Invoker's going to go mid, and then a dual lane bottom will come out as well. Again, you do have some early game pushing potential from Nuts with the Liquid Fire, and we'll see if that's going to be the case. Both teams actually have okay push when you think about the Lina as well, so we'll see how this landing phase shapes up, Trent.
Yeah, looks like it'll be just the Jakiro zoning out on the bottom lane. So basically, they had a couple choices in terms of laning setup. We often talk about this whole Coddle dual lane thing in the off lane and how potent it is, but Jakiro could do a lot of the same stuff too, just a Liquid Fire. But one thing that Jakiro's a little bit better at will be solo zoning out the Centaur Warbunner. So this will hurt Tavo quite a bit. This allows you to pick a bit of a weaker carry like this Slark. You don't have to go for someone like that Ursa. If you have this guy down bottom, just non-stop Liquid Firing the Centaur Warrunner. So this does actually look more favorable for them than I had imagined.
Nice Impale, stopping HFN from coming in and open wounding. But they do push back the Keeper of the Light. Arcane Curse doing some damage. He'll tango up. He only has one tango. It looks like you traded both of them to the Invoker. So he'll have to be careful. Shrine is available. I don't think he wants to use it, though. Just throwing out an Illuminate.
Nice pull.
Clarity up.
That was sick. Got the double. That is very impressive.
That is pretty nifty, actually, yeah. Ice 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 getting chased down. Spike Carapace again, not skilled up. King or D sort of checking him out, seeing where he's headed. Keep our eyes peeled on this top lane. This is probably where the action is going to be. Maybe they can find Tabo bottom lane, but for now it's just going to be a lot of damage to Ice Ice Ice. Kaz zoning him out with the Arcane Curse if he wants to use it again. We go for a Rolling Boulder. We'll see. Oh, man. Meanwhile, though, mid lane, 10 last hits for 40R. He's like trying to get his revenge. He was a little bit low in terms of the last hits early on in the game, last game, but this time around he's crushing it. 10 and 3, and he's just going to climb right up.
This stuff's pretty weak until you have that second Null Talisman up for jabs, assuming he ends up going for it. Might just finish up his wand and boots first, but the right-click damage of Lina just a wee bit superior, even without a CM aura to help you out. She has that clarity, so same build he went for last game, and worked out fairly well against the DK to start.
The Dragon Slave spam is real, and again, like you said, no CM, so not quite as much, but I think his bottles are already on the way, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that was a nice play by Jab. Summon the Forward Spirit just for that one last hit.
Whatever you can do, man, let me tell you.
Yeah, it's the range creep. Don't want that thing denied.
No, it's a lot of experience. Tavo will back up level 2 down bottom. Not a great lane for him, as we previously mentioned. Nyx Assassin, probably about the same. A little bit more experience, in fact. He's going to get some CS in the jungle, too, with the help of the Keeper of the Light. So while he is sharing experience, he's having a better time than Tavo, who has to go back and Shrine. Just that lane is not great when you have to deal with Liquid Fire consistently.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. So you can't apply the same pressure in lane with Jakiro as you could, I think, with the Jakiro and the Nyx. I think that would do a little bit better against the Silencer, just because of the way that like the spell casting works and stuff with the Arcane Curse. But the whole double pull thing is just not, Jakiro can't do anything like this to help your offlaner farm. And King RD even wants a piece of this experience.
Yeah, he's like, let me have it. I want some experience. Ice 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 will throw out another impale on the HFN, so still trading blows. Again, HFN's not really finding the CS. He has 3 right now, and some of that is jungle creeps, but like, he is still leeching experience. He's getting up to level 3, and the wave is sort of pushing in now to his tower. And Tavo is just, he cannot get close. He has a coin blade, and he might have to go to the jungle at some point in the near future.
Yeah, he definitely does. Liquid Fire is too brutal, especially knowing boots. Like, if Black picks up his boots, Tavo just has to leave because he's going to get pounced over and over.
He actually has dual breath, so he doesn't even have Liquid Fire, but he's still getting zoned out with just the dual breath. He's out of mana now.
Oh, that's pretty funny. He went Ice Path instead.
Yeah. Pounce up.
Oh, didn't even use it, though.
Wow. Yeah, he just went for it blind. I wouldn't say blind, but without a setup, it's pretty difficult.
Like how greedy Black's getting, too. He's actually just going to go Midas without the brown boots. So this is a little bit tougher, again, because they didn't take the Liquid Fire early, and he has Ice Path, so he can't just keep zoning without the mana cost. So that will give Tavo a ton of space right now. But Black sacrificing that for a Midas could be considered worth it for Faceless.
I think so as well. He's top in the CS tie with Alina currently.
It's like a
40 air crushing it.
25% faster Midas, basically, or however you want to look at it. I guess it'd be 20% technically, but...
All right. Well, here's the thing. So you're sacking Tavo, but you still have 2 really good lanes going your way. Mid lane, obviously, is beautiful. And then top lane is just about the same CS that Slark has. So, man, Jabs almost died there. Like, that's insane. So much damage from level 3 Dragon Slave. Lena is owning. All right, and
the problem with
Tavo's getting farmed.
Yeah, the problem though is that if Tavo, you know, if he falls behind, like his Blink Dagger is going to be so important for this Lifesteal's initiation. Maybe King RD can pick up the slack because he's now initiating top.
Rolling Boulder, XY, opening to come in. Pale, Rage in time, perfectly timed from HFN. King RD will take some tower shots. Shouldn't be enough to bring him down. He's going to Fairy Fire up just to make sure, and yeah, it was very close actually. So yeah, that Fairy Fire is certainly helping him out, and then it is going to be first blood for SG Esports, still getting on the board. Meanwhile, pounce up, the stomp is there from Tavo. Black uses Dark Pact as well, so good stuff, but he does zone out Tavo, so Tavo now has to back up, and well, the shrine isn't there, unfortunately, so
tower is under attack.
I don't know what he's going to do.
Back to the jungle. I don't think he can soften either of these up to the 1 HP. Yeah, he just has TP home. That's disappointing.
Yeah, that's rough.
If you can get them low enough with your HP and then just go for the double edge, you guarantee the kill, but you're left at 1, then it's always fine. But sadly, no bounty rune for him to grab, so he just TPs home. And very slow wind up back. And again, it's just all the space for Black and that Midas. He can fly out the recipe now, and then he can have the instant complete with the glove from the side shop here.
You talk about the room for Black, but also it's space for 40R. They even send in King RD mid so they can refill the bottle of 40R. They do so successfully. It continues to get farmed. Rotating up top is going to be King RD again. Ward will be dropped, but there is a sentry right there. However, there's no radiant vision to see it. So, annoying, but we'll see if they can find that ward eventually. And XY is just kind of getting zoned out of his jungle.
Yeah, so good grab by King RD to grab that.
It's kind of a slow-ish start even with the Slark farming for Faceless. Meanwhile, Tavo going to get caught. The jump in, Sunstrike, Dark Pact, kill. Nice time from Black.
Yep, very nicely done. And that's Midas. So 645.
Jump in, Spike Carapace is gonna go. He's gonna go for the TP, and it looks like will be successful. So knowing that the Boulder Smash is down, just TP's out immediately. That's fine.
Oh man, I'm sure Black is so happy right now.
Yeah, he loves getting free farm, and now he's got it on the Slark too. Midas, Sage's Mask just for mana regen, and then Boots. Probably get a Nicky later if he wants to. This is going great. Top of the net worth. I would assume the lifesteal is also going for Midas. He has the Gloves of Face. He went for, unlike Black, he went for the Phase Boots first. So, something to keep in mind.
I don't know. I think he might go Armlet. He's
yeah.
definitely considering each event. He did that, like, he got the belt first last game, too, before he went back in towards the Midas. So, like, he had, like, treads completed basically on his tiny and just waited and waited to get the Midas instead. So, we'll see if he does kind of a similar thing here with the Blades of the Attack and just using this for, like, quicker farming to get in towards that Midas. Could be a possibility. A little bit more damage.
They didn't see that smoke happen, but they might have seen the rotation from 40R and King RD, and it looks like that's the case. They also see that nobody's farming mid right now.
Yeah, exactly. So,
which is the biggest thing.
And they need this kill on Black so bad, too. They know that his defense mechanisms are pretty weak right now. Only brown boots.
Jumping in. I mean, they need to get a really good initiation from King RD, but it's easier said than done. They have no Stampede either. Again, just level 4 for Tavo. And he's very far up, too, which probably makes them think that, yeah, something's going to happen. Boulder Smash coming up. Black avoids it. Rolling Boulder. King RD goes in very deep. They really wanted to kill him there, but just good positioning, good awareness coming out from Faceless to know that there's some other extra heroes there.
Well, that's costly.
Yeah. It's a lot of time wasted.
So much wasted time for Yelena. And so she just kind of wanders back. I mean, yeah, Silencer soaked a little bit of it, but now like Centaur's coming mid to grab stuff, and Lena's like, oh, okay. I guess I'll come back bot.
Do you want this 40R? Sorry, it's mine now. I want level 6.
Has the DD rune, so might be a little bit worrisome for Black if they get this off. Oh, they will.
Smash, they need the LSA. Dark Pact is there. He still gets stunned up. There's going to be a good blade if he needs it. Double damage. The Rolling Boulder, and Black needs to leave now that the Shadow Dance is done. Sunstrike coming out. KRD avoids it, so will 40R. LSA just about to get it cast, but he actually cancels the animation, goes for Dragon Slave instead. So actually, Black, again, with the Shadow Dance, he's able to avoid a gank. He was playing very far up, but he knew he had that ability ready.
Yeah, talking about the experience on the hero to go for that pounce towards the Lina, understanding his own damage and whatnot. And with the LSA being dropped, obviously, and when she throws both spells, there's not really much she can do to you during Shadow Dance.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate. Are they going to go again? Still down
I just want to bully him while they have DD.
Yeah. This is the one time where the select might not be getting absolute free farm, essentially. At least in the past 10 minutes or so. That's 9.5 minutes.
Meanwhile, top lane can't really apply that same pressure up there as your Invoker is just kind of playing catch-up in the mid lane. He's still about 800 behind the Lina.
He is going Midas too. He's actually just got it. Some of the Iron Will is going to come out momentarily, and he's going to have that early armlet, which means we might see some Infest Bombs, even without the Blink Dagger for Tabo. And nor does he have his level 6 either. So we'll see what they decide to do here. Maybe some Rolling Boulder, Infest Ganks, perhaps, but...
Yeah, that's the thing that's really killing them too, is the level 6. Like, at least you can do something. Like, they can Infest Gank like this Jakiro or something, but Ice down bottom. One LSA unintentionally.
Yeah, definitely unintentional. They're going to try to leave. Silence comes out. KRD might be dead for this. Dragon Slave comes through. He gets the return kill. Laguna Blade comes out. KRD might actually survive. The Impale doesn't connect on 40R either, and so KRD just strutting his way out. Sunstrike. Oh, he thought he was going to go for that Arcane Rune. He turned for a second and looked at it. Man, KRD was like, holy crap. Thank God.
So I wonder if that was, I didn't catch it, could have been spotted by this this ward up here, spotting the next rotation, but I mean, still, like he was invis just running through the wave in the LSA.
Good from XY. Is it going to be enough? One more right click. You can't get it in time. Just not enough attack speed there. One more auto attack would have done the job. That's the scary thing, though. XY took like 3 hits and almost died because of it. Can't do anything against this Light Stealer one-on-one.
Okay, he's almost level 10. Like, he's more experienced than Black right now without a Midas. Which is kind of crazy. Just that one kill helping him out, it seems, a little bit more. But Black is leading the gold, and of course, he'll soon start trumping him in experience, I'm sure, thanks to this Midas.
Absolutely.
Even if it was nerfed a little.
It's not nerfed that much, man, let me tell you. I know HFN is getting some good far. I mean, they need to kill Black over and over for that to be the case. That's just not going to happen. Potentially.
Tavo, now he has his 6. Silencer's getting his 6 too. So once Cat has that, they'll probably smoke up with the Infest Bomb onto either the Centaur or that Earth Spirit and get going. Just gonna need to do a little bit of shrining too.
Nice, last word. The gank was coming with the Illuminate. Cat's able to dodge that, and not only that, but he uses the last word to silence up the Invoker. Top lane. Ice needs to be careful. He did that pretty quickly too.
Radiant's bottom tower
They took him to get on top of him. Impale comes out, doing some damage. The open wounds. He's already used the Impale, so Ice. Rage might be there. Oh, he Vendettas instead, so good stuff. But that's a lot of abilities used just to survive against this HFN.
Oh, smart though. Immediately recalling down bottom.
Yeah, exactly. And they're gonna make it happen. Do they see him though?
Yeah.
They didn't. Well, he wasn't vis when they recalled him, so they have to know.
You can hear the noise though.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. Yeah. So they won't find him, and that'll be that for this next success. He's going to get recalled top. Already it's getting interesting. Illuminate coming out. Vendetta, Impale. Rage is still up, and HFN just dodges it. Swift with those phase boots. Infests inside a creep, and now he's going to run Spike Carapace. He was waiting for him to jump out, but HFN being very patient there instead of jumping right in and on top of Ice. So avoids an Ice Swift gank. Some pretty good movement there from Faceless to go bottom and then immediately recall top as well.
Yeah, showing off the power, keep the light. Black down bottom. He's chasing a little bit on 40R, but he knows the pounce there, and that deep is a little bit dangerous. And King RD with his reach. Really going here, but...
Yeah, they can't find anything.
4 sentries delivered to him. Wow, that's a lot of gold invested here, so don't be expecting an early Midas or Blink Dagger on this Earth Spirit, that is for sure. Oh, never mind, Silencer's paying for them. It's okay, guys.
It's fine. He's also trying to build a Midas, by the way.
That's pretty wishful.
Optimistic indeed. Impale again, missing at least onto HFN. The Illuminate will hit, but it's not really doing that much. You can just regen it out of lifesteal alone. Okay, well, we've slowed things down a little bit here.
No, this is great though. For SG Esports, I feel like we're talking about this infest bomb and stuff and this idea, but they don't have to. If Lina can just camp bottom, and well, as I say, it's gonna find Cat.
See you later.
Yeah. AFK.
There's going to be the Ice Path bottom. Drop the Magnetized School at 40 are taking a lot of damage. Good LSA. He's still speedy, of course. I think the Syntho Stampede went to help him out. Laguna Blade comes in. Nuts still about half HP rolling boulder. It's going to be the LSA coming out with the dual breath. The spike carapace is there, and 40 stays way too long. Now they'll find the Impale onto KRD. Black will find himself a double kill. Optimistic again, I believe, from SG Esports.
That's a problem. That's a 400 some gold for the Slark. So he was only about like 200 or some gold above the Lina right there. And she was down here and pressuring his farm and keeping things going for the Dire. And they're like, yeah, this is fine. We don't need to worry about these rotations. We don't need this acceleration. Meanwhile, mid lane, again, it's Cat. Oh, Creep's helping though.
Sunstrike at least, yeah, helps out. He still will fall to the cold snap and Japs his auto attack. And he just TPs away. He's out. They also get some another TP coming in from, I believe, King RD. All right, well, yeah, that's not a really great series of minutes there for SG Sports. They do get the Tier 1 tower top lane at least. And Lifestealer well on his way to his death if he wants it. He's going to TP to the Shrine, use it, and they might try to find a fight here. Tavo nearby, Ice Path just misses. Ice has the Impale, doesn't go for the Stomp. Tavo now stuck in. Rolling Boulder coming through. They've got the Boulder Smash. Nuts is going to get caught. Open Wounds will come out. Great Rage. The Global Silence comes in as well. I don't even know if it was needed. He was dead without it, but I guess Cat just throwing it away because he needs to make sure they secure that kill. Ice, Vendettas. No detection that I can see for SG Esports. He's maybe going to run into...
They had one here, but it got dewarded.
He might have... Yeah, I think this one didn't spot him out. Alright, and HFN's like, well, I've got my armlet. Let's dive. Stampede is up. XY's going to get chased down. Open Wounds is there. So is Grage. This is a dead hero. Illuminate comes in. Black trying to fight this potentially as Nuts is back up. Meanwhile, mid lane, Jabs and Ice pushing mid. Can they take us down? The Tier 1 tower getting lower and lower. Arcane Curse comes out. Dragon Slave Vendetta, though. They had Ice there with a spike carapace. It was beautifully done. As you mentioned, great bait coming out from Jabs. They should take the Tier 1 tower as well. Deny? Maybe. They've got a jump in, blink dagger stuff. Almost getting Jabs. It would have been a perfect kill. Tornado comes through. They need one more auto attack. Jabs will get turned on. Excuse me, Ice throws up the Impale and will fall, and they do get the deny off. So Tavo, he wanted the Invoker,
HFN but still, bottom.
Yeah, he's looking for him. Jumps inside a creep, perfectly done. Boulder Smash, he actually Dark Packs it, and now the creep getting lower and lower. It looks like he will get out in time, though, as he takes hold. So he'll be able to make it away. So a couple of turnaround ganks there coming up for SG Esports, not losing too much.
Yeah, nice Ice Path dodge down bottom by HFN as well. And now he'll just go heal up at the old Ancients. Doesn't have his Midas for those sneaky open wounds Midas tricks, but it's alright. An Ancient will do. So has that Deso, as you were talking about to be finished up. And this is that rush control that we were talking about. So Echo Saber may be a little bit cheaper and you can get the ball rolling, but since that Blink Dagger wasn't ready yet anyway for Tavo at the time when he was starting this construction, it just makes more sense to go towards this Deso, and now he just has this fantastic burst potential. So this will really help him blow people up during the Global Silence. Speaking
of which, Blink Stomp coming in, Rage, 2 auto attacks will do the job. Ice does find Cat again, and man, that's just... Even when you get one kill across the map, Ice is still everywhere. The Nyx Assassin's so tough to deal with, even with all these sentries up and ready to go.
It's kind of crazy that despite how it feels like Ice is doing so much this game, he is like 1,000, 1,500 to be precise, I suppose, behind the Centaur Warrunner. Yeah. And that's just Tavo just taking so much time in the jungle. You know, he's up to 70 last hits here, doubling up that of what Ice has, and he has not been participating in anything lately, but he hops inside the Lifestealer, so Tavo gonna go for a little bit of a run here with his an unspotted out Lifestealer here. Ooh. So.
They could find. They see Black now. They know where he is. I wonder if they're going to turn his attention. Yeah, they will.
His dust is in the backpack, though. He needs to swap his TP with his dust quickly.
Can he do it? He's still waiting. Oh, he's going to find.
Right, well, that's good. A little bit of. Well, that was unfortunate.
So unfortunate. They get the kill anyway, but that might actually be so problematic. Tavo's going to get jumped on. Cons will come through. HFN's going to turn into XY. Can he get this kill? The Global comes out, and it's enough. Fuels will come through, though. The Invoker's trying to fight this. No more Rage coming out. The Mana Drain. The Impale is up. Can he find it? The Cold Snap? And he will. Sunstrike is there. And Fest not in time. And he's dead. See you later.
I'm sure this Lifestealer's like, are you serious? This guy actually has a Yules. Like, who does this on Invoker anymore? But that's due to having a Global Silence on your team. So
yeah, it's huge. Absolutely huge.
And didn't have the Rage TP available, but yeah, that was really weird. That was like some server lag or something. I don't know.
I thought it was just me for a moment. I got really scared, but no, that is server lag. I mean, it doesn't really, at the end of the day, it probably doesn't change much.
No, that was fine.
Still, something to complain about, perhaps. Ice, they're looking to go on him. They have the King RD. Red Spirit coming down. Blink Stomp is there. Rolling Boulder is up. They need the silence. They'll find it. And there they get off the Boulder Smash as well. Magnetize. Ice is still pretty tanky. They're going to find the Sunstrike too and blow away that carry Red Spirit. But they do get the Dragon Slave kill coming out for 40R. Black coming in. He's got a DD. He needs to get out. LSA comes through. They have the Dark Pact. 40R can't make it out in time. Black gets off that one more auto attack. And you're right. It goes from 12 right to 8 as soon as he buys it. He'll respawn up pretty much immediately. Still, not much of a consolation prize.
Oh, that is no good. All right, well, the life of Alina.
Halberd up for HFN, or at least that's what he's going for next. Halberd.
Oh, that's interesting. So pretty good against the Slark. It's one of those annoying things you can't dispel.
Well, they need something. The Invoker and Slark, pretty high net worth now, a almost 2.5k net worth advantage. Again, at 90 minutes in, not the biggest net worth advantage, but it is still something that SG Sports have to deal with. 40R dying there was huge. And Ice might look for him again. I don't know if he can't really do this alone. He needs other heroes. LSA comes out. They have the Sentry, Rolling Boulder, Silence, Boulder Smash. Finally, they'll bring Ice down. He just gets unfortunate, walking right into a Sentry Ward, and that's how it goes sometimes as an Nyx Assassin.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
But the push is commencing bottom. Liquid Fire is getting spammed up.
Oh, Black just waiting here too, but he's under Sentry.
Yeah, they're going to find him. Double Edge, they blow him away. The Global Silence as well. They really wanted that kill. Boy, did he die quickly. That burst potential is insane. They will lose the tower in the meantime. 40R over towards the Shrine, also pushing into that tier 2 potentially, but great pick there for SG Esports.
And that's at least a little bit of time for jabs, though. He's top lane getting some waves, and he'll about to have his Agnum Scepter delivered. So massively increasing his own fight potential.
He's huge now. Anyway, that is going to be the Sange flying out for HFN on the other side, and pretty close to his Halberd too. Meanwhile, top lane, XY is going to be spotted. Boulder Smash will come in. Stomp is going to be there, double edged glue, and they'll try to get out. They do have Stampede if they need it. Cold Snap doesn't really latch, and coming in is 40R. Can they bring jabs down? Great Tornado, Rolling Boulder in. Do they have the Boulder Smash? Not enough mana for it. They pop something to dust. The Dragon Slave, the Yule Scepter will come through. Does he have the Boulder Smash? He just gets it up. The Stop, the double edge. Tavo gets himself a double kill, and now coming in is the Lifestealer. Ice Vendetta up. They have a Sentry, but it's a bit further away. Vendetta comes out. The Impale's on it too. The Macro Power going HFN. He needs to get out. He has no rage. He has no Infest. Can he go with the Armlet Toggle or the Open Wounds? He'll go for the Open Wounds, trying to fight. Infest is ready, but he can't get to the creep wave in time. So close. Rough stuff for SG's HFN. Black coming in, perfect turnaround to that fight. Yes, they got the Invoker, but at the end of the day, perfect stuff from Faceless. They're going to go again. Black walking up. They have sentries, by the way. 40R looking to run. Cat says, I don't have Global ready.
Oh, man. It's so important that Black TP's up there after the death of the Invoker, even just to try and get these kills and claw away to SG Esports. And a fantastic play by Ice, too, to catch out the Ninja War Runner first. And then, despite HFN almost surviving, he does go down, which means they can't then transition this into any sort of, like, control over this area. They can't ward it up. They can't start thinking about Roche, which is a very real potential with their Desolator and the Sange. Like, it's going to do quite a bit of damage here. And even just the right clicks from this Lina, who's level 15, that newly minted talent.
Yeah, but 40R at least gets back up to 11 bloodstone charges. Tier 1 tower getting assaulted. Looks like they want to defend. They're going to smoke up. They've got the Infest Bomb, and also TPing, and it's going to be King RD. They're going to set themselves up here, dropping a couple of sentries down. Ice does have a Plank Dagger. They're going to jump right into the nuts, and boy, does he get blown away. They should have Global as ready as well. They're looking for more. Black might get jumped on. Dark Pact about to go. They turn on this. Global comes out. Open Wounds, it's not ready. Actually, it does get used. The last word, should it be enough? One more auto attack, and it will be. Huge stuff. Sunstrike coming out. Stop on it too. LSA finds him. Double X will come out, and now they'll blow away another one. Great turn. 40R finds himself a double kill. Perfect Global Silence there. And 40R finishing off the work of SG Esports.
Now the question is, do we want to go Roche? Look how long this Slark and Invoker are dead. Is it worth going for these towers? Is it worth going for Roche? They're starting to ping that top tower, but the wave's kind of far back. I don't know. I really feel like Roche is probably the play here.
Yeah. Was it last game, I believe? They got a little greedy. Went for Roche a little bit later, and then maybe
for
the
mana.
too.
They took a little bit too long. Like, Jakiro's pinging it. He's like, okay, they're probably roshing, but it's not what's happening.
No, they're going to clean up the tier 1 tower instead.
That's a pretty nice grab, actually.
That's kind of big, yeah. Map control. Given to SG Sports. But again, like you mentioned, not enough time to roach. Ice still invis with that rune. He also pops the Vendetta again. Tabo's just going to head on out.
I think he's calling for TPs to the shrine. They have the Radiant Vision. They see this going. But now there's no one close enough who can come.
Black TP to lane, I think. Has picked himself up an Echo Saber, starting to slow down a little bit, even with that Midas.
Possibly a missed opportunity there from SG Esports, I would say. You know, it's hard to get that kind of stuff in the moment, but it looked like they had the sustain where they could have gone and finished that up and given them the advantage, but instead they're now prepping for a gank.
Ice knows.
Yeah.
It's kind of bait if Black were to come in and farm this.
You might even think about scanning too, just to double check here before someone comes and clears it.
I feel like
Dire who are scanning Roche.
Yeah, there's nobody up there though.
Oh, just hold Tavo, just wait a little longer. Oh, they didn't wait. Look how close they were to seeing.
Oh man. Still, they'll keep him safe. Tavo's nearby, so if Ice goes in, he just gets jumped on by the Centaur. So that is something to keep in mind. Here, top lane, Ice Tap, Sunstrike, not going to hit. Breathe Fire and the Macro Fire both will. Good Boulder Smash, getting rolling Boulder away in time, absolutely.
Sunstrike would have been a kill.
Yeah. Global Silence coming out. Meanwhile, HFN needs some help. They're going to try to turn on Black. He pops the Shadow Dance. Now they're going to jump on. There's going to be a stomp, but no double edge to follow up. I think he infested inside a creep. I'm not sure where he went. He's gone wherever it is. Is he inside Tavo? He is. Okay. And he's going to TP top 2. And now Nuts is just dead. Jabs might get jumped on as well if he's not careful. Boulder Smash just going to clip. Beautifully done. Tavo's got the stop, and they'll get another kill on this Invoker. Trying to fight at 2 places at once, and SG say, we'll just take that.
Yeah, typically it's the team with the coddle that wins in those scenarios, but with him being in the bottom lane, don't really have the same options to relocate people to the top.
Cat. Boulder Smash, LSA is there. There's the silence up. Good force out. Shadowblade is there. Dust comes through. He's solo. The Dragon Slave will clean him up. It is worth it now. Cat says, thank you very much. XY gets out. LSA not in time for 40R. Good try, though.
Yeah. I mean, Global's down anyway. I'm not even a hero, so take me with you, Slark.
I don't do anything.
Yeah, like he still doesn't have that Midas, guys. He's trying.
I'd rather be calling from the grave. Meanwhile, Agent Ben, I believe, is out.
Yeah, Rage TP.
Yeah, Rage TP
is fine.
Yeah.
Well.
All right. Good
At least
stuff.
thanks to this ward buying by the Silencer, we did in fact manage to get this Blink. And now eyeing up a 4-staff for King Artie. So thank you, Mr. Silencer. Tavo, Invis Rune. Oh, how fortunate.
Nuts.
Who do we like?
Jabs instead, actually. Double Edge, Stampede, 2 auto attacks, no Tornado or Yule is possible. Dude, this is going so well for them right now. Magnetize comes out. They might even find Keeper of the Light. Just getting caught and just auto attack down. Rolling Boulder to finish it off too from King RD. Nicely done. So a lot of kills. In the meantime, they will try to push top with Ice, the Forward Spirits, and Nuts, and they should get the Tier 1 tower. But while this is all happening, the push is commencing the Tier 2 mid for SG.
Man, what a support. Solo killing a Keeper of the Light. Some pretty good stuff. You know, this guy's pretty good at surviving and escaping against a lot of different heroes, but when it's pure magic damage, there's really not too much he can do. You got that reach and range of a Earth Spirit. You don't really have to worry about the Force Staff or anything like that, so really, the Blinding Light. Ice, he's doing so much scouting this game, but he's not finding anything lately.
Yeah, this has been kind of a rough game for him. He will see 40R, not an easy pick.
3 seconds to Sunstrike?
I thought he LSA'd him there for a second. I think he LSA'd him the high ground.
Yeah, he
sketchy.
Went for a Dragon Slave.
Alright, well. Ice.
Missed one opportunity, maybe.
No, they're not going to. They did an Impale. Mana Burn. It's kind of being annoying. Global Silence comes out, but I believe he's gone. LSA just missing, also to the north anyways. Wasn't quite there with the timing. So Global was forced out. I think they were thinking they're like smoked off. They're trying to get 40R. We don't know who's over there.
Look at their vision.
Throw it, yeah.
This is all empty. So they thought there was some big play coming through there, and it was all set up. So nice little play, by the way. I mean, he saw how quick Ice blinked too. He knew that he was setting up some sort of a bait play to try and force something, and Global Silence is pretty much the best possible scenario.
Yeah, he'll take that. And this might be the best time to fight if you're Faceless, and in fact, they're doing just that. They'll smoke up, and they'll look for a target. Potentially, they might find 40R. This could be huge. They've got Blink. They've got Vendetta. Iridi's nearby. They missed the Impale. He Shadow Blades away. It's time Iridi will be the focus instead. He walks into the Ice Path. Iridi still alive. LSA comes out. They blow up Black, and that was not how they wanted this gang to go. The dual breath will at least do the job. Now there's going to be the Tornado EMP 40R a little far up. They can't find that Impale. Cold Snap coming out. Impale again just clips the Meatball. Can they get this kill? Deafening Blast. They blow him away. It is a 2 for 2, and that's about as good as it could have gotten. Tavo's already used that Stampede, and Ice is about to get away himself with a Blink Dagger. Cat just missing him, and he'll get out. They do use the scan. He uses the Arcane Curse.
I heard one recall. We're not going to get a second, though. Ice is all alone.
Last word will come out. Spike Carapace to come through, but he still cannot blink for another second or so. But he might be able to get out still. Man, slippery Ice. They can't find him.
That'll be all right. Very tough to get Vendetta and stun onto Alina when she uses Fire Soul stack. She's so quick. It's basically like luck of the draw at that point when you throw it out. You just have to hope that you predict the right way she's going to go. So perhaps a little bit greedy from Ice to start that fight, thinking he can get the damage on as well. But once that Magnetize comes out too, doesn't matter. Kill the Earth Spirit. He just pumped so much in that Radiant side. So they continue to hold the top 2 net worth slots here on the Dire with their Lina and their Lifestealer, but Invoker and Slark are hanging around nearby too, and they still have never claimed this Roche. They're not getting that big bounty towards their team that you might expect.
Ice walked up at just the perfect time. They didn't have vision there for 40R. He picks up his BKB, by the way. And Ice still in this bottom lane. No Gems purchase tip yet for SG Sports. Maybe that will be something to consider later on in the game.
Yeah, for sure. Silencer has that gem, or rather the Midas now, so that'll help him get in towards that gem.
He finally got it, man. 30 minutes in. D is poor no longer.
They have Global once he has mana, and they could go for the kill up top here.
I think they
so unlikely Black goes for this next wave. I would be very surprised. Wow.
Well, he sees HFN now, so he thought about it for a good couple seconds there. They'll just take the farm. It's too juicy at this moment. You're trying to get into that AC for the Lifestealer. On the other side, itemization-wise, we haven't really talked too much about Jabs. He's been getting killed a couple of times, and really he's been stuck kind of at that. He does have bots now, and he's getting closer to BKB, but he's been stuck sort of at Ag, Jules, Midas area for him. And Black, too, he's got Silver Edge, and that's it since we last saw him. So, it's tough stuff for some of these core heroes on the Radiant side. But some good movement already from Faceless trying to kind of spread this map out, sort of splitting it up, and SG are sort of slow to respond. They will Rolling Boulder, but Ice is way gone. And now not only that, but he's going to get recalled as well.
And this problem gets worse and worse once this Agnes comes out. That'll be the non-stop recall game, so they can increase their split push a little bit here. Invoker as well, getting to that stage, level 20. This is one good point for him, but...
Good Dark Pact. The Shadow Dance is there as well. With that, Stampede will try to continue to chase, but instead they'll maybe find Ice. Spike Carapace, they should know that he's nearby, but where's the detection? He just brought his dust out. They finally spot him. Blink Stomp, it's there. Global comes through. They really want this kill. Open Wound's coming out, and that should be a dead Ice. It's not quite Black, but it is still a kill. So good stuff from SG Sports again.
Alright, well, now it's going to be Tavo who builds a 4-step for himself too, so they'll be the ones kiting around this Slark. You know, you often see this happen to Lifestealers, but there's still only the 1 4-staff finished up here on the Radiant side, and that was very early from the model. And it looks like it's Lotus Orb being eyed up by our Nyx, as well as a Yule Scepter from the Jakiro. So a different version of kiting, but only 1 4-staff against Lifestealer makes a Lifestealer very happy. So HFN, he can choose his target if he sees that 4-staff go. Lifestealer, what was that, a DD? Damn.
DD, yeah, it was a DD. Man,
that's pretty nice, but...
They're going to try rushing anyways.
Oh, they got XY bottom.
Yeah, wow, they did
Laguna.
really. 40R just came right on him with that Shadow Blade. And that makes it a lot easier to maybe think about rushing. And they are continuing on here.
We do have this Tornado, though, so they can delay for a long time.
Yeah, let's try it. Tornado comes out, and Pale comes through. Does this. Tornado will hit. The Ice Path is there as well. He's like, I really don't want to use Rage right now. More Fort Spirits to come in, which HFN will clear up quickly.
Global down for another minute.
Here comes the Nyx Assassin around the way. Then dead up.
Ah, the machine gun's in.
Down. Yeah, this is where
Look at her go.
40R comes in. Roche is dead. They get Jesus. Great talent. Great hero.
All right, well, we talked about how they probably could have done this earlier, but the fact that they have it now means that they're a lot stronger. They have better items. They've kind of pushed their lead a little bit further up against Faceless. In fact, they've taken control, I should say, as it's been almost in Faceless' favor for the first 25 minutes or so. But now we press forward. They have that gem. It was purchased up. Who'd they pass it off to? Centaur's got it now, but it was King RD getting it. So that means his 4 staffs delayed.
I gotta say, and it's not something you really usually talk about, the diligency of these sports by as much detection as they did in the early game, I think really made Ice's job a lot tougher. And it's put SG in a very good position. So, very good stuff, and now they have a gem to work with as well, so.
It kind of shows, too, like, look at these sentries, like, boom, boom, boom. There's one still over here, too, by the pit. There's 2 here. Yes. Kind of insane.
And wherever they've been, essentially, they drop a sentry. And I imagine if they start putting some pressure on the opposite side of the map, they'll drop a couple too. But again, they do have the gem, so they might not be as key.
Top lane, they might find this grab here. Very vulnerable, Lina.
Man. Yeah, that's why Carapace is beautiful, and she's dead for 50 seconds. They gave the Aegis to HFN and just going to that top lane. That's maybe all the picks that they need in terms of at least putting some pressure on these lanes. Like, that does this so much for them. It gives them so much time for Faceless.
Yeah, and this was like the vision of the Dire while she's up there farming. Because of how Caudle can just push out these waves. Even Jakiro's a good lane pusher too, right? This was that classic position for Jakiro we used to see that would get so much farm on AUI specifically in these side lanes and just keep things going. That's the information that's being provided for Faceless because they know Lifesteal's down here pushing and they don't really know what's happening from SG Esports inside of here, and you can't be this far out farming against a Nyx Assassin.
Well, they're even right near the base, and they're still going to go for Tabo. Break to come through. Good force away. They couldn't quite find the Palace or Impale. Somehow he gets out, and now the counter smoke from SG Esports, and they might go for a rat play. 40R is back up. Tornado comes in. Doesn't quite hit 40R. And they're up on the high ground for the Shrine. Warriors will scout out the fact that FL are moving together. Coming in, looking for a boulder smash. They'll find it. XY is getting to the target. Global comes through. They're looking for more nuts as well. They've already used the open wounds, but the rolling boulder should go. Good ice path coming out, and HFN trying to avoid it. Here comes the dual breath team. Tail coming through as well. Black coming in now, getting turned on. Great stop, but there is going to be that dark pack. They do get the gem back, however. Something to keep in mind.
That's good.
Jeez, that's the enemy. No, that's their gem. Okay, I was really concerned for a second. Now they'll look to turn around, but here comes the Tornado. HFN dodges it from Tavo. We're going to get caught by the ice path. Ice path is going to come in. EMP to come through as well. Good LSA to fly out. Laguna Blade is there. Black BK being up. Trying to man fight again. No Shadow Dance. The right click is insane, but they won't get either. Not yet anyway. Ice will finally fall. The Dragon Slave coming out. LSA up into the high ground. Nuts getting caught once more. Jump in. Double edge. Nuts will fall. Jabs might have stayed a little bit too long. HFN might not be able to jump on top of him. Well, Snap's still going through. The Sunstrike Tavo don't walk into it, and he doesn't. He avoids it just narrowly. So at the end of the day, it's like, what, a 3 for 2, I believe? Yep.
Yeah, that was looking very scary for SG Esports. Still that turnaround there. Like, Lifesteal was even dropping relatively low. Would have lost his Aegis, would have lost a little bit of their momentum in terms of like the pressure and the pushing and stuff, but Faceless not quite able to clean it up. And that gank up on the Lina first to start things off. Like, this is all the kind of desperate moves you have to make when you're faced with an Aegis, right? Because when the enemy team has an Aegis, if they just like 5-man run into you, that fight is very difficult. You have to kill their big guy twice. So you try and find these pickoffs, and they kind of handle it over from SG Esports, thanks to the very good split push that they've been doing. I mean, Jabs is just back down bottom doing this again here. So to clean up the end of that engagement, very important for HFN and his crew, but they're not going to get any real objectives with this Aegis, which is a pretty big win for Faceless, I would say. Yeah,
like, sure they got a good team fight, but as you mentioned, no tier 2's taken, no tier 3's taken. Very good split push so far for Faceless. If the game goes late enough, they might be in an okay position. I mean, Invoker and Slark, but I don't know, man. Might be a while before this game ends. We'll wait and see. Cap picking Force Staff. Now looking to head towards bottom. XY still rather squishy, even with an Aghanim Scepter. He's easily gankable. You might need to get out. But while this is happening, while they're going bottom together for SG Esports, you can already see Black's position himself top, and this is going to push into the tower very quickly. They think they found the Coddle, but he's already gone. Little do they know. Big rolling boulder in a couple of times, just throw in a Force Staff or 2. It's just insane. He's just spamming rolling boulder with the Arcane Rune. He's just trying to break the trees down. But they have to head top. I mean, look at Black and Ice are ready to push into this tower. It's TP back in, 40 yards here. for the Arcane Curse to come out. But yeah, some small damage done to the tower, and we'll see if they stay. You can still see there's 3 heroes bottom, trying to bait something down here. They have the ward. They only see 4DR as well as Cat, so something to keep in mind. I don't think they're going to take the bait bottom for Faceless. Look at where they're all positioned. Like, there's nobody here. They know there's no life to it.
Yeah, I don't know. Who would even come? Like, the Coddle, I suppose. XY could do it. Maybe if it's a little bit risky. They have a scan available as well. They could possibly check it just because, again, as you said, they still haven't seen them, and they have this ward on the high ground. So it's just kind of like, where is this Centaur and this Life Stealer? Where are these guys at? Now, finally they'll show down bottom with the Life Stealer, and it looks like no one's going to approach, so Black will just tickle the top tower a little bit more.
Yep. Tier 2 should be taken. Nobody coming in to defend, as you mentioned. But yeah, the top tower. I don't know where 40R is, but he's not there. Does he have a TP? He does. Won't use it. Arcane Curse come out. Ice, Vendetta-ing. They rotate everybody back. They get the tier 2 tower, but again, tier 3 will take some damage on the Dire side. Back to bottom we go for Jabs. Everybody's back at base. That ward got D-ward, as to be expected when there's a gem. Force up, Tabo, Stampede looking for Black, but he is very speedy. Ice Path coming out, and I don't think they can get anything done with the team.
They're going to bring back Jabs, too.
Are they going to try to turn? This is the question. I don't know if this is the right fight for it.
I think the Radiant could win this fight for sure, if they keep coming from Dire. They're so well set up. The Slayer can scout, Jabs is there. He's prepping the Meatball, the Sunstrike. Even with the Global Silence, they have a lot of tools to deal with it now. This Lotus Orb, especially from Ice.
Black is about to jump in. They'll find Tabo. The Sunstrike BKB Global used, but Black's still getting caught. A lot of damage. HFN, can he take him down? Great Shadow Dance just in time. Buyback from Tabo. Can they get anybody out of this for SG? Meanwhile, Jab's going to be right in. Cat's going to be caught. He's already had his Global down anyways. The Gem's on the deck now.
Oh, nice
Tornado coming through perfectly timed as well. Ice Path. Tabo coming back in. Wants to find this kill onto Jabs, but he is pretty tanky, especially against KRD and Tabo alone. HFN and 40 are finally going to come in, and that should be the kill with the Laguna Blade. And now you got to think about backing it through Faces. Ice Path will come out. HFN still full HP. Blink Stomp. They'll find Black, and they bring him down. Good Blinding Light. They have the Silence. Boulder Smash won't connect. He's still hightailing it away with the Shadow Blade. Now coming in. Ice going too far in. Stampede up again. Double kill for 40R. LSA will go. More movement speed for 40R to try to get up, and nuts. The smoke will break. They just used it, but they won't go any further. Not yet. Looks like SG will back up. Pretty happy with getting both the Invoker and the Nyx Assassin there.
Yeah, it was a nice 3-minute tornado, but then he was just so far from his allies. Like, Jabs did half of his team's damage in that fight, so good stuff there. But then he just kind of, like, abandons them when they're at their strongest and just keeps moving on forward. I don't know.
It's really, like, Black is getting blown up, man. Like, even with this BKB, in every fight, he's just getting shredded.
Yeah, he's doing a nice job of abusing the Macropyre. Whenever he uses Shadow Dance, he'll just, like, run into it and just, like, hide inside of it, using it as kind of like a shield to make sure the Centaur is not going to, like, willingly come in there and try stomps or double edges or something like that, or any of these big spells from Lina, I guess. But yeah, you're not wrong. He is exploding. They could really use an Aegis perhaps on their team if they could get one, but for now he's just going to eye up in towards that butterfly, see if he can reduce a little bit of the damage coming out from HFN.
And the problem is he's going to take more damage once this Lina finishes her Daedalus, which I think is coming out in like the next 300 gold at least. She'll have that. She doesn't go for the Bloodthorn, which I find kind of interesting, but whatever.
Yeah, I think they just have so many tools that already deal with the silence that it's like, what are the odds you get to keep that Bloodthorn on someone? Like Lotus Orbs and Yule Scepters.
So you might as well just blow people as fast as possible.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh. Oh, that's awkward. Jump in top, but they want to fight this space more than anything. Sunstrike come out, does some damage, but Black just, again, gets absolutely obliterated. And now they've got to run. Meatball coming out, although Tabo getting turned down, they don't quite hit the Deafening Blast. Shiva's Guard was going. Boulder Smash coming in, might hit somebody. LSA comes out, it's perfect, it's Jabs. He gets forced forward at least to the north. Now he's going to Ghost Walk away. They'll find the Radiant Courier in the meantime, stomp out. They'll find Nuts on the other side of the map, bring him down. And, 2 dead, and now this is going to lead right into a tier 3 push, Trent. No buyback for either of those heroes. And
Jakiro, pretty important here. The wave, it will survive. They have that pipe as well, I believe. Oh, that is on cooldown, but they have the catapult, so get as much damage on this tower as you can.
It's going to be tough, though. They're already low on mana for HFN. No Aegis or anything like that. They're sieging from the low ground. Tabo gets cold snap. I mean, like, they're throwing everything. Jabs is using his entire arsenal at this point to try to keep this not pushed in. There is no glyph. Another tornado will come through. Like, they're, again, doing the best that they possibly can. More Shivas. Tabo Getting turned on finally with Lena going to work. She gets that tier 3 tower. What is she going to find next? Taps the melee racks. Tornado coming through again. Blinding light at the same time. He is just spamming abilities. It's nuts. And now HFN got to get jumped on. Good 2-man stop. LSA to come through. It's on. Ice. Laguna Play comes out. They blow him away. He's dead for 76. Jabs is forced to Shrine and use his own BKB because 40 R's damage is too insane. But they will leave, it looks like. They don't want to go too far and dive too much. Very happy SG will make it out. King RD going to rolling boulder away. The Mana Leak will stun him in the meantime. Cat also has a 4-step. Will use it defensively on his friend to get out. King RD Mana Leaked again, stunned up forever. And he might be dead. But Cat at least will TP, and so too will everybody else, except they will get HFN to the north as Black jumps on him.
Yeah, that was a nice grab from both, just controlling him for so long there from jabs. Like Black finish him off, and now they'll get the secondary kills here too. So pretty good turnaround here. If you're playing on the side of Faceless, they only get a tier 3, and you're able to clean up that much. 906 gold, go heading over to Black, and how many buybacks? None were used there. Okay, didn't think I heard anything. But...
Oh, nice. Excellent stacking of the stuns from 40R and Tabo. Oh. Man, rough stuff.
That's not good.
No, definitely not.
You just get a big win like that, and you head mid trying to push your momentum here, and just immediately blown up. So very well played by SG Esports.
Oh my god. Lena's going to get a boon shard next. Can you imagine what they look? God.
I don't even know if it's more beneficial for her or the lifestealer, to be honest.
She might give it to, I was thinking she might give it to the lifestealer too.
She already attacks so damn fast.
He's got so much money. Faceless will smoke up and go for something. 40R's going to get caught. Spike Carapace coming out. Shadowblade is there. BKB in time, and he's going to just turn on the right click. Jabs will try to man fight with Alacrity. The Ice Path is there. There's the Global Silence. Yules will come through from the Invoker to keep himself alive for the time being, and they cannot find 40R. Not yet, anyway. Forces out Cat, and they'll make it away. Global down, though. No buyback force just yet from the Nakes, and I don't think they'll need to anyways. Maybe just going to go for push top.
Yeah, they're getting some control over this area, so there is some Roche potential coming out here from the Radiant side. Not very quick, though, for them, so can still easily go the way of SG Esports. And yeah, they're going to start bringing the forces. People are TPing out, so this should be all theirs.
Yeah, watch how fast this thing does. Dayland procs.
Hey. This could probably be the clincher for SG Esports. They have a little bit to worry about.
Tornado. Rage comes out in time. Impale, is it going to be there? Can they bring this down? The Illuminate coming through, it's low.
Close.
LSA, and they will get the Aegis and the Roche kill as well. Good try from Ice. It just doesn't do enough auto attack damage. Laguna Blade onto Nuts, not dead yet. Stampede to come through from Tavo. He just wants to finish this up and will with a stop and a couple of right clicks as well. They'll find the Nyx Assassin on the other side of the fight, and Black is Shadow Bladed up. They have the Sentry, which might have spotted him at the last moment, but he's still just going to be fast enough to get out anyways.
Yeah, SG Esports have done a great job of enabling this lifestealer in this game, because post 45 minutes against Invoker and Caudle and Nyx Assassin and these kind of heroes, like, these are the games you often see a lifestealer struggle, and they have a hard time getting these kills, but there's, I guess, just not enough force staffs on the Radiant for one thing. Like, only a single force staff against lifestealer just seems like unacceptable, basically. HFN just gets on someone and they just die. There's no saves. These Yule Scepters aren't enough when they're stunned up. No one else can. Like, you can't Yule Scepter your stunned up ally, you know? They don't have these kiting mechanisms to try and save them. So they're just getting blown up every single time. And this is the kind of game that looks like it should get scary for SG Esports past 40 minutes, where there's the split push, and they're just non-stop all around the map, and they're very slippery and hard to grab. But King RD, much like in game number 1, where he was doing a great job of catching out the Ember Spirit despite them losing, he's been doing it again here, just helping control up, and he puts that threat into someone like Black. But Black.
Boulder Smash, Silence potentially not really needed. I mean, again, he has BKB, so like they do a lot of damage to him, force him back, he's gonna have to regen up. Good Ice Path, EMP onto 2. Now they might find King RD. Good forces out. Tavo getting bashed up and brought down, but not dead yet. Now jumping in his Black. HFN just avoiding all of that damage. And Lolina goes to work. They will pop the glyph. Melee Rax is still alive again and can regen up. Lots of abilities used, but nobody dead yet. Good Blinding Light will waste some time. There is a race for HFN, and guess what? He's going right for the building, and he'll find it. Melee Rax is the first one of the game. Now down. SG Esports, they really want to bring this to a game 3, and they are close. One team fight, potentially maybe 2. They could get this going. Black very close to walking up to that high ground. There is a Sentry and a Ward there. And SG were kind of positioning themselves to go and give it a regoose, but instead they'll wait once more. All right, man. Shrine time.
Yep, got themselves the melee rack, so probably gonna try and consider that top tier 2. just for like the real close out of the game here. Make sure they have pressure coming in from all sides, but for now, just happy, sticking together, knowing that those desperation moves from Faceless, this would be one of those times where they'd be looking for something, trying to smoke out perhaps, but they immediately ping up top. Not sure if that's Ice's Eyes or them, but he is on the hunt, seeing if someone is going to come to this lane, and he is bang on correct.
Yeah. 40R, he needs the rest of his team to get up here, though. He's in the tree line. Impale going to come out with the Vendetta. Can they find the skill? The Sunstrike is up, and that should be it. BKB, it's the Aegis down. And there is nobody there from SG Esports. He should have buyback. I don't think he bought anything, yeah. So he will die, and he's also got to respawn pretty quickly with only 42 seconds because of his Bloodstone. Now SG, they're looking to maybe smoke up instead. KRD breaks the smoke, blinks to the high ground, and just runs away. I don't know. Talbot's about to run right into XY. Blinks out. Manalik is there. He's losing a lot of it. He'll force himself to the high ground. He is stunned. Now they'll find KRD as well. Ice Wall and Ice Path to the ground. A lot of ice. They'll bring down KRD. No buyback. Dead for 80. And Cat might fall too. He does have 2.5 to go. Tabo jumping in. They have the infest out if they want it, but he's holding it for a while. And Tabo's going to get caught, but now Black going to work. The Shadow Dance there. The Illuminate. They're starting to lose everybody. They don't have Tabo for 2 minutes, and they'll lose HFN for 98 seconds. What just happened? SG Esports. Why? Why?
Damn. What a collapse. I mean, there's 8 seconds until gold. Centaur will have buyback, but Lifestealer will not. And Earth Spirit won't for 20 more seconds. That's going to be an even up on the Rex. Yeah, that was all ice. That is so smart to be up there to catch that Lina.
They buy back on just about everybody except for the Lifestealer. Faceless might keep going. Yes, 40R is strong, but is he strong enough to hold this with the help of Talbo and crew? They have a couple of ultimates, including Laguna as well as Global Silence, but it is even up in the racks as you've mentioned. And Black is going to work the Alacrity, does some serious damage. LSA, Lotus Orb, Tabo misses the stomp, not there in time. Ice comes in, cannot find the Impale. They'll get the tier 3. Will they back is the question. BKB still available for Black. He wants to reach in up potentially with Shadow Dance. He has 26 Essence Shift stacks. It might be time to go. They drop the Sentry. Cat throws up the Arcane Curse, and they want to keep going here. Another 40 seconds without the Lifestealer. Black still going to work on this Baylor Rex. LSA pops the BKB, and the Lotus Orb comes out. Daedalus doing some serious damage, but he does have that Shadow Dance. Sunstrike coming out. Cat solo. The Illuminate clips him and brings him down. He's dead for 83. He doesn't have buyback, and Faceless now, in turn, will bring down these shrines. Oh my god.
Oh. Dota 2, ladies and gentlemen, 2 melee racks now down, a shrine to boot, and they're going to smoke them head right back in.
They're going back
someone
in,
gets
man.
a bit greedy.
Ice,
it's the Lina!
40R. He does have buyback, I believe. Yes, he still does. They jump in. Great Ice Path. They blow him away instantly. He's got buyback. He might have to use it. Tabo getting caught. He can't afford to go down. Good forces to keep him alive. Black still chasing. He's got the Basher. He's got Silver Edge back up. The Mana Burn. The Impale is there. Tabo will die a second time. And Faceless might have completed the comeback. KRD will go down. They've got the life team. They've got the Lina, but that is it versus all 5 from Faceless. SG Esports looked like they had this. They just needed to play safe and secure.
Open up that net worth graph, dude. Look at that. 10K. Just immediately annihilated.
Man, I cannot believe it.
That is crazy. That is that desperation Hail Mary.
Oh my god, you had it. Good stop with that Impale. 40R is able to get off the BKB in time. Laguna Blade will come out. He'll blow up Black, but he does have buyback. He'll use it instantly. Jabs uses himself. Okay, not bad for SG. They're still in this, but not over yet. Ice still chasing after 40R. It's tornadoed up. EMP, that should be enough to bring it down, and it will be. And with that, that might be the end of the game. They do have Cat back up. He's got Global, and HFN's going to have to do a lot of work on his own. Tier 4 is getting assaulted. SG Esports, they've got to do something here. Open was coming out. Global will come through, but there's the Abyssal Blade onto HFN, and good game is called as soon as it happens. What a turnaround fight from Faceless. I cannot believe it.
Well, I have to say, I really wanted 3 games out of the series, and I thought we were going to get it once they taken that set of racks down bottom, but consistently just not quite able to get enough out of their pushes or with that Aegis there from SG